A visit by the Israeli president to Australia sparking protests nationwide. Isaac Herzog arrived in the country on Monday for a state visit and to honour victims of December's Bondi beach shooting. But his trip has reignited anger over Israel's actions in Gaza. Natashya Gutierrez reports from Sydney.
Thousands of people gathered in Sydney's town hall to protest the visit of the Israeli president on the same day of his arrival in Australia for an official visit. Isaac Herzog is here to offer comfort to the families of those who died in the terror attack at Bondi Beach in December, which targeted the Jewish community and killed 15 people. But many Australians opposed the visit in light of accusations of war crimes by Israel in the Palestinian territories and a UN recommendation of prosecution. Isaac Herzog himself found in one UN inquiry to have incited genocide. The protesters questioning Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's invitation to visit.
And I'm here, like thousands of Australians across the country today, just asking my government to adhere to the law. We have been taught our whole lives that the crimes of the Holocaust, that crimes against humanity are the worst crimes in the world. So why now is our government protecting people credibly accused of acts, complicit acts that meet the threshold of genocide?
We're here to say that not all Jews welcome Isaac Herzog here. We don't want him here. We want him gone.
Go home. Stop killing Palestinians.
The protest venue heavily barricaded and secured by hundreds of personnel. Days before the planned protest, the government declared the Israeli president's visit a major event. This gave police expanded powers to make arrests, but the Palestine Action Group, which organized the protest, challenged the declaration in court. It argued the declaration was made for an improper purpose to prevent protests, as the Major Events Act is usually used for large sporting or cultural events rather than protests. Less than an hour before a plan to march across the city, the Supreme Court handed down a decision rejecting the challenge. This forced protesters to stay in town hall rather than march, but it didn't dampen their spirits. The venue was so packed that crowds spilled onto the streets and were no longer allowed to enter by police. This protest in Sydney is only one of a series of other protests nationwide. Herzog has reacted to the protests, saying those who attend these rallies undermine and delegitimize Israel of its mere existence. But even the Jewish Council is opposing the visit and says policy should be based on human rights. What is clear is that Australians are deeply divided on whether Herzog should have been invited in the first place, given the Bondi attack, which is Australia's deadliest terror attack in history on one hand, and Israel's occupation of Palestine on the other. Natashya Gutierrez, CNA, Sydney.